Nice. I hope we're getting a whole bunch of people on here. Awesome. Cool. Nice. Cool. Who is around? It's just a good day of smoking in the backyard. Love this. Never know. You never know. Who we got? Who's there? Who we shouting out to? Got the volume up, so if anybody has anything to say, join on in. Love to see what's going on. I have to bring that up live on Facebook, or rather YouTube. Let's see who's on the tube. Who's writing? Who's there? Mm, we got live. Looks like I'm here all by myself. Would I freeze? Never know. The only question I have is how do I go live? Settings and privacy. Let's see what we got here. Who else is here? We'll never know. How do people go live? No idea. What is the key? Got to be a way to do this. Hmm. I will figure this out. Cross posting? No, that's not it. Oh, it's got to be here someplace. How we go live? Find this on here. Is that it? Is that how we do this thing? Let's see. I have no idea. How do I go live on here? What does that look like? Does that mean I go live on there too? Oh yeah, look at that. I'm liking this already. Get that one going. Get them all going. Food and drink. Yeah, get them all going. Everybody should be going live. That one, yep. Need to stream to one of 3 destinations? I don't think so. If we want this one. Well, we're not turning on updates. We'll figure this one out. Let's see if that works. Oh boy. So we got a chicken on there, on the smoker, and then on Old Smoky behind me, that one's gonna be the steak kebabs. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm trying to get this thing to go live on Instagram as well, but I'm having a little bit of a difficulty with that. We'll figure this out. It's a little bit of a challenge, but I'm a challenged individual. So that's just the way that goes. Create live videos. Audience, everybody. Public is my audience. By going live, you choose a live stream software. So let's call this the March 3rd backyard chat. Old Smoky is awesome. I haven't used it in a while, so I figured this was a good time. Got that. Instagram stream key. Got that. Save. Did it go there? I hope it did. How do I get you on here live? That's what I need. I need you on here. That's what I should do. Where's that code again? I'm pulling you in because I know you use your Old Smoky. Can't post comments to some destinations. Well, that's okay. Where's the destination here? Is that on the settings? Invite. There we go.
Hi.
Let's grab this invite right here. And then let's drop this in right here. And now you have no reason why you don't get live with me. Now you can go live. All right, let's see what happens now. Well, that's messed up. How come I can only hear myself? I can't jump on. Why can't you jump on? What am I supposed to do without you? I'm lost. We're like 2 ships passing in the night. Let's see what this looks like. Will it go?
We'll work.
Let's see. Right? The chicken fell off the hook. That's messed up. I gotta get it back on. It's a good thing I opened that to check it out. That means it's time to get the gloves on and fix this mistake. That's frustrating. A little bit frustrating. A little bit. I didn't realize that the chicken dropped off. Means we got to do this again. We'll get it on. Give me a few. Good. Good. You get on here.
All right.
Ooh, that's hot. I think that'll hold it right there. I don't know why I let go of the other part, but it did. In now.
I gotta refresh it.
Wow, that's hot. Woo.
I gotta refresh it.
Okay. Everyone can hear you too. Oh, there we go. There we go. What temp are we at? I mildly burnt myself that time. Just a little bit. You know, it happens. Ooh, that's hot. I think the reason why I can't hear anybody is because I'm talking to myself. Do you know what I'm talking about? You ever do that? You ever just end up talking to yourself? No?
Yeah.
You do, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing right now. That's all right. You wanted to see how this works, so now you'll know.
I already know how it works.
You know how it all works? Well, I didn't realize that you were such a professional. Do you know where we're at as far as the temperature? We're at 75 out of 165. That's because it fell down onto the grates.
Yeah, I didn't. I did get some that says, it has been really cooling down.
That's what it said?
Yeah.
Wow.
It has been really cooling down.
That's what it said? Oh, no, good. We can hear ourselves. It's a good thing you did that. Now I know where we're at. You know what I mean? Oh, good. We can hear ourselves. Now I know where we're at. Cool, Duke. I like that. You got videos coming from everywhere. Cool, Duke. I like that. You got videos coming from everywhere. Got the YouTube video. Do you have me on the Insta? Am I on the gram?
I don't have Instagram.
I don't know if I'm on there either. I tried to stream it there, but I'm not sure if it's going.
Well, I don't have it.
How would I know? Oh, here it says go live. Let's go live. Let's see if that's it. Okay, there we go. Go live. Let's see what that does. Oh, we are live. See that?
Well, I can't get live.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
Where I got that go. Oh, Michelle Goldman is on. Holy moly. When Michelle Goldman's on, you know you've made it big. Because normally she's taking the photos, but now she's watching somebody else with the photos. That's wild.
I don't have any.
Do you think we should show people what's going on the smoker? I think it's a good idea. Let's see what we got going on. Let's get to the smoker. You stay there.
Okay.
I'm going to get this one going right here. Ready? Ooh, that's hot. Oh, my goodness. Check out that bird right there.
You hooked it into the head.
Right, I put it right through his neck. Look at that one right there, huh? Is that impressive or what?
Do you feel bad?
I don't feel bad for this chicken. Because this chicken's going to be delicious. And then over here, That one's going to be our steak kebabs.
Yeah. What are those metal?
Those are potatoes.
Okay.
Ah.
Why are they there? Why are they there?
Well, the potatoes are there because that's where they're going to be until I'm ready to put them on. I'm getting things prepped ahead of time. So
I thought you could put it on probe too.
well, that's not going into the
Oh.
XXL Pro. That's going to go onto Old Smoky. So Old Smoky is going to end up with the steak kebabs that are marinated and with the pretty much on a skewer. And then as soon as that's ready to go on, I'm going to put it on. It goes quick. Whereas the chicken's going to take a few hours. That's why I had to get that seasoned up, and it sat for a while, and now it's hanging on there to smoke. Yo, yo, yo. So we're making smoked chicken and steak kebabs.
It says you have no live stream videos.
Well, I don't know why it says that.
This channel has no videos.
Delicious. That's the deliciousness. So who do we got? You are on Instagram. I am on the gram. I'm on the gram and YouTube and Facebook. That's correct.
Right, I need actual YouTube to get this on here.
Mm-hmm. We're on everything right now.
No, I need actual YouTube.
That's a personal issue.
I know, so I gotta fix that. I gotta
It
get
is.
myself
I know.
YouTube.
How you like that? How you like them apples? See, people are coming aboard now. Yes, they can hear me and they can see me. That's what a live stream is about. And I'm going to have this ice cold, refreshing Miller latte right now.
Miller Lite 22.
You like that? Delicious.
I have to get YouTube actual.
How's it going, Hojo? This we got people. People have nothing better to do, like me, at 3:00 in the afternoon on a Sunday. They've already gone to church. They're all sinners. They're all begging for forgiveness right now. And now they're coming home wondering what do they do with themselves. So they'll watch me, who's the biggest sinner of all of them.
Oh my.
When am I making a brisket? Good time. I will be smoking. This will be fun. I gotta write to people and talk to them. So I'm gonna be, I'm gonna be smoking a brined corned beef for St. Patty's Day.
Did St. Patty's Day?
It is not St. Patty's Day. That will be later in this month.
Okay. Can you accept this?
Everybody's on here.
Can you accept this?
I don't even know where that is. I'm sorry.
No, you have to accept
Yep,
this.
but it's not showing up anywhere, so I don't see it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. What if you listen to what I'm saying to you? It's not. You see how it's not showing up anywhere?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Watch now. It'll show up in just a second.
You think so, but
Yeah.
it won't.
Yeah, it will.
Yep, I don't know what it's doing. So there you go.
Keep waiting.
Got the kettle lit. Yes, I do. So I'm using the, what do you call this thing? Old Smoky.
Yeah. And XXL Pro.
The steak kebabs and the XXL Pro for the chicken.
XXL Pro's chicken and
That's right.
Old Smoky's.
They're all going. Duke, you're not loading on here. As much as you'd like me to tell you that you're not. It says here that you're still loading, so you're not there yet. I'll keep you in the background.
Okay.
Oh, he's got the new rec tag. See that? Yeah, that's the big effing grill 2500 rec tech that you want to get your hands on. It's a big boy grill.
Yeah.
You know who's got one of those?
Who?
Trumpet Master 77 BBQ has got one. And do you know what else he has with that?
What?
A set of iron balls that hang off the bottom. Wrinkly iron balls. What he did is he went to a die-cast metal shop and he just dipped them in and he got them as a mold.
I'm grossed out.
You are grossed out.
Yeah, I'm. Did it load yet or no?
It did not load. He said that his is a beast. Is yours a beast? Should work on it. Thank you, Michelle. From Stat in Italy.
Can you check on your phone if it worked?
It's not. I'm looking at it right here, and it did not work. There's something not right. See this? Why don't you try sending me again? Because as you can see, it's not doing anything.
Okay. I'll try one more time.
Haven't done a reveal video yet. Oh, it's time for that reveal video. He's got to reveal. He's got to pull it out and leave it out in his reveal video. You still have Doritos or chips on your nose. There you go, Duke. I don't know what it is that you just requested, but I said do it.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
Yep.
All right. Well, it'll not.
It says review the request. Here you go, buddy. Approve. You're approved. Okay? Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens on my end.
You're approved.
Dave has approved your request for YouTube watch, listen, and stream.
You're welcome. Oh my God. What is a Lone Star Light? Got the Rectech B380. That's an awesome grill. We got to get ourselves a Rectech.
Well, I think we entered a raffle, but they denied us because we already won once a year.
Well, we're working on it. We're working on it. We'll get there. So the Rectech is made in Georgia. It's a great item. It's made of stainless, which means that you can leave it outside and it's not going to get rusty. And just like this, it's a pellet grill.
Yeah.
So you can set it and forget it, go to bed. It's got all the probe ports. It would really be handy for us to get one of those. Yeah. Plus, we can do a lot of big cooking for people that don't come to visit us.
But first,
no one comes to us.
But first, we have a lot of problems. We don't know where to put it.
Oh, I know where to put it.
Where?
There's plenty of room in front of us.
Okay, where are you going to put it?
I'd probably put it right over there.
Okay.
I'm just waiting for that limb from the tree to fall down before it smashes some of the other grills.
Oh. Great.
Mm-hmm. So do you think it's possible for me to share this link here to get other people involved? I'm going to try this anyway. I'm going to see what happens. What do you think about that? Let's copy this one and let's just drop it in. Let's see who wants to come on. We'll have some fun. There's the link there. Let's put the link over here too. Let's give everybody a link. Bam. They can all join in. How about that?
Yeah.
You like that?
Yeah.
Because talking to myself is one thing, talking to you is another. But I'm sure there's people out there that, like myself, they want to get on. They're having a cocktail, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 2 something by them, and they want to have a cocktail and they want to talk.
Trying to search your name.
You are.
Okay.
When do you think we should throw those potatoes on, my little friend?
Soon.
Soon?
Yeah.
Okay, you got it. We'll do it. I think we should get going. I'm gonna put them on.
I got it.
What do you think?
I got it.
You got it? I'll tell you, the clarity on the Instagram isn't as good as some of these other ones, but it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw those potatoes on. Let's just put them on. Ooh, this is Old Smoky is in the house. Chicken's only at 87. It's got to get up to 165. So we got a little time to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We'll get there. Rectech is made in China. It is. But then it's imported in and gets a sticker on it that it came from Georgia. Although there is somebody, what are they, South Georgia or East Georgia Metalworks that makes them right here in the United States for Rectech. Like if you wanted the Beast, for example, that's made right here in the United States. It's amazing. It also comes on a trailer if you wanted to use it for catering. That's kind of the item that I wanted to get with Junior over here so that we could take it with us places. Since nobody comes here to eat, I have to take everything to them. What do you think? Would it be a good idea to get one of those? Oh my goodness. Look who's here. It's the Real Life Perspective Show.
Yay!
Yep, 80s and 90s pop culture. That's what he's all about. He knows that better than anybody else. Come on, he should jump on here because he is known for having a cold one with his little monster that he keeps next to him in his theater, in his office.
Yeah.
Along with his 3D glasses, because he broadcasts in Technicolor. What are you going, Dave? When are you going to get rid of those meat boxes out of your kitchen? I did get rid of them. The meat boxes aren't in my kitchen anymore. I moved them. Some of them got repurposed for storing things, and they're up in the attic. Others got tossed out. And what did your brother do? He used them as like building blocks?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the meat boxes got repurposed. We'll get there. It's difficult, And with Trump asking me yesterday whether or not we should get the 2 horsepower meat grinder, what do you think? Is it time to trade in the 1.5, go to the 2? You think we should do the upgrade?
Yeah.
I think so too. I'm sort of drawn to that conclusion that bigger is better. We should do it. He said yesterday it's running about $1,000, so we get a little bit of a discount. Maybe it's not a bad idea to pick that up. I don't know. He's teasing me with it. See, Hojo knows as well that it might be time to buy more meat products. And I completely agree. Let's take the 1.5, the number 32, upgrade to the 42 with a 2 horsepower motor. It probably hooks up to the 50-pound mixer a lot better anyway. Yeah. Hojo's saying that why settle on 1 when we can get 2? So if you can get 1 for 1,000, why not get 2 for 2,000? He's right. You want to have a backup. Always. You need to have a backup. Got to have a backup plan. And it looks like your mother has now decided to join us. So now we have to watch what we say and do because she listens to everything. And this is recorded. So she has the availability to bring this up in a court of law and use it against me one day. Interesting. So let's see. It's 3:45. When do you think is a good time for me to potentially take those steak kebabs and put them on? About 15 minutes or so?
Yeah.
Are you watching the temperature on the chicken?
No, I'm watching the live stream.
Oh, okay. You think I should take a look and see where we're at?
Um,
Because I don't feel like turning around. So why don't we just look at it on the app?
I can't chat because I need a channel to.
You don't have a
chat.
channel. That's correct.
So
All right, let's see where we're at.
I can only.
So let me see if this will show up here. Okay, so the smoker's at 300 degrees. And right now the chicken, as you can see, is at 91 out of 165. 165, we're going to pull it. And then I'll put it into a foil pan and wrap it. Just let it get its juice to suck them back in. The weather here is 62 degrees today. Great question. Or else I wouldn't be out here, because it's March 3rd, and at any point we can have yet another blizzard come through and get buried in snow. And I believe that on the West Coast right now, they're getting hit by a blizzard.
Yeah.
So at some point that's going to make its way over here, and it's going to get very uncomfortable again.
Well, it's gonna go west northeast.
No, it's not gonna go west northeast. It's gonna come northeast. It's out west right now.
So
It's on its way. Your mother wants to know, when are we eating? This is boring. If she found some friends of her own, maybe this wouldn't be so boring. And if she participated in the cooking process, then this,
Yeah.
she wouldn't be starving right now. But Grandma never taught her how to cook. So that leaves everything to me. I like how we air out the dirty laundry live to everybody. Yeah, that's me. I'm sure they will come out. A 75 horsepower mixer. I like that. Yeah, it has a lot of mountains to cross, but I'm up here in the mountains. So we've got, in fact, I'm not going to turn the camera that way. Some of the mountains are just out that way, and I'm on top of a mountain. So things roll downhill. Once the snow hits up here and then it melts, then the flooding occurs down onto the golf course and elsewhere. He says it's 78 in Texas right now. It's 78 degrees. I thought 62 here, when it's been in the 30s all last week and the week beforehand, was comfortable, but he's got perfect weather. Wow. Mother knows. Is still asking me, when are we going to eat? Oh, she's welcome to go raid the refrigerator whenever she wants to. You have Doritos on your nose.
What?
Or whatever that is. Were you eating potato chips?
No, I was eating Cheetos in the car.
Yeah. Do you hear that kid screaming?
He's screaming for help.
Is that your brother?
He's
64 degrees in Maryland. See, he's got. See this? He's got ideal weather. It's only 2 degrees warmer than it is by us. You'll eat when it's ready. Hojo's correct. I'm going to take exactly what he wrote, and I'm going to drop that into your mother. I'm going to write that back. You will eat when it's ready. Should I put any other wise-ass comments in there to her? There you go. And that's for your mom. We'll start some trouble.
I got a split view.
See that?
I got you and this.
Perfect. So what I'm thinking about doing is taking that Dunphy and Cork corned beef that we picked up, the one that was barrel cured. And for St. Patrick's Day, we're going to take that and put that onto one of the smokers, and we'll smoke that for the next 16 hours. And then on the side, we'll boil the potatoes, the carrots, and the cabbage, along with that pickling seasoning.
Mm-hmm.
And that way you've got a smoked brisket, which I don't know how that's going to taste. A smoked cured brisket, but we'll find out. If we put some type of seasoning on the outside, then it becomes more like a pastrami. Anything with like a 16 mesh black pepper.
I wish we would have put the bottle into the chicken.
Oh, you wanted to do beer can chicken?
Yeah.
Then we
Then
take
we
a
can-
Miller. We take a Miller Lite and
Yeah.
stick him right up his ass. Would that have been better?
No, you stick it right up his head into his neck.
It doesn't go in
Then-
his neck. It goes the other
And
way. It goes
so-
up his hiney.
So it goes into his hiney
Right.
and then into his belly.
And then what happens is that the beer that's in there,
Yeah.
it begins to.
To
Go ahead. What word?
moist.
It creates moisture inside the chicken so it doesn't dry out. But what it'll do is it'll turn from a liquid into a gas form. So rather than the chicken farting the gas out, it takes all that beer gas and it goes right up through his body.
You mean right up? So basically, what it's trying to do is
Any
burp.
good sides for pastrami? Oh, great sides for pastrami. You definitely have to have sauerkraut. And what else goes good?
Think ahead for the 16th.
How about coleslaw? And rye bread. There you go. Those are some good sides.
Coleslaw and rye.
Huh? Well, that way you can make a Reuben sandwich, right?
Yeah.
So if you have your pastrami slices or even your corned beef slices, then you put the hot sauerkraut on or the coleslaw, and it makes such a good sandwich. Oh, and Russian dressing. Let me put that in here too. You need Russian dressing.
I can see everything right.
You can see it all, right? Because you're super smart. I think those are the best things to put on there.
Coleslaw and rye bread and Russian dressing.
Yeah,
So-
that you can make a Reuben sandwich, just like they have at Katz's Deli.
Catfish.
Not Catfish, Katz's Deli, or the Carnegie Deli, or Harold's if you're in Edison, New Jersey, where they make sandwiches that are this big. It's a $50 sandwich, but it's probably more than that now. The last time we lived in Jersey, it was about $50. Or maybe you make sauerkraut from scratch. I guess in some of these funky places, where they're real trendy, they use like what do you call that? Not kombucha. Oh yeah, well it's like a kombucha. Oh, I don't know, the Korean stuff, kimchi. If you want to make a
Science,
Korean
people.
sandwich,
That's science, people.
that is science. He's talking about how we take the liquid in this can, right?
And put it
And it starts to cook and boil off. It becomes a gas, and then the moisture starts to then the condensation starts to seep into all the different parts of the musculoskeletal system of that piece of poultry. Do you like the science side of this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew you did. We're doing anatomy and physiology of a chicken.
H2O.
It's not H2O. You're talking about some good H2O? Well, beer is mostly made of water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Delicious.
I think it's basically more made of that sparkle water.
It's not made of sparkly water.
I don't know what it's called. I can't.
We
get
have
the-
somebody new on here. It's Logan Isakara, or it's somebody in Long Island. It's one or the other. I think it's Logan, not Logan Paul, not your buddy there. Where you got Prime.
No.
No.
He.
He's got cred.
We
Cred. You got
bitch.
cred.
We
You got cred, bitches?
We got cred, bitch.
Oh, good.
We got cred. We got.
So what else do we have coming up? What else? We've got a 55-gallon barrel drum smoker that you and I are building. We've got a 96-gallon offset where I have no idea how to weld, so that'll be fun, and you're going to learn how to weld too. Then we've got that other pellet smoker that we got to build and find a place to put, and I need a cover for. And then hopefully, now that we're getting into the fabrication trend, you and I can make a direct heat cooker, like a 24 by 48 or a 30 by 60 that we can build. We'll see. I still got to get all these videos uploaded. Oh, he's northwest of Baltimore. So he's got to be into crabs too. Are you into crabs? Dude, you ever get crabs?
Crabs up your ass.
No, not crabs up your ass. You ever get crabs? Does that ever happen? Do you ever go out crabbing and you catch crabs?
I never go out crabbing. I never catch crabs.
What about your girlfriend?
I'm gonna tell you this for nighttime. I don't have a freaking girlfriend.
No girlfriend? Okay. I'm going to be doing some build videos. Yep. Oh, you have a direct heat cooker. What do you have? Do you have one of those? What was the one you and I were looking at? I want to build it similar to that. The sling, not the slingshot, but something like that. Smoke slinger.
Yes.
That's what I want to build it like, a smoke slinger. 'Cause I can't afford one of those fancy pits that they have down there in Texas. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, those get pricey. If we're able to get a hold of some steel plates and then bring it to a shop where they can do the bends, this will make a lot easier for us instead of having to cut everything.
He loves his hair.
Yeah. What are you at right now? 104 degrees?
100. Yeah.
Uh-huh. I have a Royal Fat Barbecue direct heat cooker. It isn't very fancy. I know where that's at.
Lived in Whitehall for 2 years, about 3 minutes.
Yeah, not Whitehall, Pennsylvania, where the mall is.
I know.
Would you like to go to Baltimore? You want to go to the Inner Harbor? It's not a bad ride. It's about 3 hours.
Fine.
Yeah, we should do a ride down there. It's a great idea. And then you can get crabs if your girlfriend didn't give them to you already.
10th time I don't have girlfriend.
I'm just saying, you're 7. You never know. You got to watch out. These girls will give it to you.
Where's the link go to?
You want me to put the link back in?
What? No. What is the link that Hojo Barbecue just sent?
That's for the Royal Barbecue Fabrication. That's the place where he got his. Here, you want me to put a link in? Here's a link.
No, I don't.
Yeah, everybody can have a link. Here, a link for you and a link for you.
All right, I'll click on the link.
You get a link. No, do not click on the link. You're not jumping on live because you're 7. You know what would be an interesting cook for us to do?
What?
We should do a whole fish, like a whole salmon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be a fun cook.
Salmon? I've seen those a lot at BJ's, I think.
And Restaurant Depot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to do another meat run. No crabs, but I did have a few pounds of crawfish yesterday. See, this guy's eating good. Hojo eats really good. He's having crawfish.
Right now? No.
He had them yesterday. He didn't have crabs, but he had a few pounds of crawfish yesterday. A few pounds is what Fat Daddy used to eat as like an appetizer. When I was back up at 240, a few pounds. Because by the time you get through the shells and you suck the meat out of the tail, and then you suck the shit out of its head, there's not much left.
Yeah.
So that's why when me and Ben do it, we order 60 pounds for just him and I. This is taste tester number 2. Taste tester number 1 is upstairs in his crib. Taste tester number 2 is down here. He used to be taste tester number 1, but now he's super picky into what he wants to eat. Most of the time it's carbs, like chicken nuggets, French fries, bread, pasta. What else are you into these days?
Pork.
You do have pork. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's the only protein. Chicken nuggets.
No chicken.
We'll see, because you told me to take the skin off.
Remember when?
The beer is what gets you when you're eating crawfish. Dude, I would love a crawfish boil. We need to do one of those. We got the big pot and we got the burner.
Good for you.
Good for you too.
Good for you, honey.
Oh, good for you.
Take that back. Good for you.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
There we go. We got to do a little update. We're at 107 on this. Why did you touch the probe? Because
No,
now
I
it
didn't.
says
I didn't touch. I didn't. Who changed the goal temp?
I did not. That's what I'm saying.
I didn't change it.
Okay, I'm just saying that something doesn't seem
You want
right.
me to change it back?
No, I got it.
Okay.
I just didn't know who touched it. Why does it say that it's
Well, I didn't touch it.
it's Thor's hammer? We're not cooking Thor's hammer today. I don't want it going at 203 degrees.
Well, I didn't touch it.
Okay. It's just weird. They are expensive right now. Fall drought in Louisiana really has hurt the supply. Yeah, they're not shipping them to Pennsylvania live anymore. So either I have to have them shipped to somebody in New Jersey and go pick up the sack there, or I have to buy them frozen. In fact, the grocery stores by me and the fish store, they're just defrosting them, so they don't even have them fresh.
How come no one clicked on the link?
Huh?
How come you put at least 5 links in here and nobody's clicked on a single one?
I don't know why. I don't have an answer for you. I don't know what's going on here. You didn't touch this? That's
I
changing
didn't.
temp
I
on its
did.
own?
I was looking at your picture. I was not looking at the Camp Chef.
Okay, because it decided on its own that it's doing. It's just Thor's hammer. Cure it and do that. Like that would be nice. That is it's a great idea.
Don't
Try
start
that
at
out.
1 o'clock in the morning.
Huh?
Don't start.
No, it took 11 hours last time to do that.
Well, don't start. Well, if well, we were having it for dinner, right?
Let's see who's this. Did somebody join? Oh, it's Chuck. Let's get him in. Add to the stage. There he is. He's got his headset on. He's ready to fly the plane. Are you here?
Yeah, I had to go and mute YouTube because I
Okay.
was getting echoes and doubles and all that crap.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
So how you been, buddy? It's been a while.
Yep, it's been a hot minute. I took a break for a little bit, only because the weather wasn't cooperating, and I've also got some other things that are going on that have truly occupied most of my time, and it has to do with schooling. So because of that, those that I was joining on a Friday night and their live streams or on Saturday, I wasn't able to make those either.
Right.
Going back to get another degree, possibly even make a career change. So that's occupied a tremendous amount of time of studying.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because like I say, I was on one of your lives many moons ago.
Yeah, I got to bring it back. Last night we had Al Lunacy. I was on Trumpet Masters. He had his live stream. I was on there, and he had Al on there, and he had Steve on, and they were saying the same thing. When are you going to go live again? When is this coming back? So my son today had mentioned, since we were going to be in the backyard, why don't I bring the laptop outside instead of the phone and go live? So that's what this is about. That's what we're doing.
Right. Yeah, I watched Lewis's live and I watched Al's live, and I kind of lurk behind, the scenes. That's the way I've been past, well, for a long time now. I don't really get involved in chats anymore or
Right.
lives. I'm looking forward to Lance's and George's live tonight. They got Tom up,
Right.
Tom Garvey, and I've got a lot of meat down in the freezer that I need to start cooking. So I bought that little 380. It's 22-inch grill. but yet it's a pellet feed. And that's all I got is pellet grills. You know, I bought that new Traeger for. I had to take a loan out to get that.
Is that the Timberline XL?
Yep, that's the 4K one.
Yep. Beautiful. That's
And,
a big smoker.
yeah, that's what I think they said it was 1320 cooking area. And then I have a 1150 cooking area pit boss. And the 380, I believe they're saying it's several hundred. I can't remember exactly how much, but I'm going to do a reveal on that. You know.
Yep. So, what are you thinking about putting that content together and doing that reveal?
When it starts to warm up a little bit, I mean, we've got a couple good days. You know, today was 60, mid 60s. Tomorrow's supposed to be mid 60s, and then we're supposed to drop back down into the 40s. You know, so our weather is about as crazy as yours.
That's right.
Because, you know, you live PA, which isn't too far from me. You know.
Well, I'm about 3 hours away northeast of you.
Yep, exactly. And old Lewis and his numbo. Yeah, I got another gumbo video coming out, Lewis. Everybody keeps ragging on me about my gumbo number 5, but I told them, I said I got to come out with number 4 first. So I'll bring number 4 out.
One of the things that has prevented me from bringing some of the smokers out here, besides I'm still in the middle of building them, say for example the 55-gallon drum, the Super 55. It's right now to paint it on my own.
Right.
I need to bring it out here someplace, and I really am afraid that unless I know what I'm doing painting it, I'm going to start to get a couple of coats on. The weather's going to turn on me,
Right.
and I'm going to be stuck with a quarter painted drum.
Right.
So I came to the conclusion that I'm probably better off giving it to a professional, and that's exactly what's going on right now. It's going to be powder coated with a ceramic coating on the outside, so that way it's able to withstand high temperatures, and at the same point, it's got a paint coating on there that will last a long time, where I only have to go over and wipe it down to get the grease off.
So is that the 55-gallon you were saying?
So I have a Super 55.
Yeah.
That's from Smoker Builder, smokerplans.net. And yesterday, my son and I were able to put together the fire basket and the heat shield. Right now, all of the other parts, like the handles, the lid hinge, and the drum itself, is sitting with someone who does this type of work. He has all the equipment in the oven to be able to do the powder coating properly.
Right. Have you
Phenomenal.
Have you watched Gorilla Joe? He's building one too. I don't know what size it is, but the last video he was getting ready to cut the door out on it and all.
He's doing an offset pipe. That's exactly what I'm coming up and doing as well.
Yeah.
I mess around with a propane tank, and for backyard, 96-gallon is sufficient. And once if I enjoy every 45 minutes putting a stick into it and staying up and babying it, then I'll be ready to move on to one of the bigger rigs.
Right.
I wanted to jump in with a 250 to 500-gallon right off the bat. I'm sort of glad that I didn't at this point.
I'd go for 1,000. What the heck?
1,000 would be amazing on a on a trailer. I would love that. But I don't have anybody to feed. That's the problem I keep running into.
True,
I
true.
want to cook. Nobody wants to eat with me.
Yeah, what you need to do is you need to go and hit up Smoking Joe when he gets his brick and mortar, try to pawn his off on you.
Mom said this is boring.
I don't. Earlier this week there was a video that he put out where he said that he was done with his with his barbecue. He was done with the trailer. And that was because of rising costs, and he didn't necessarily want to pass these on to his patrons. And it was also the fact that he had a menu that had well more than what someone who has a barbecue company would have. It sounds like he limited it down. He's back in the game. And in fact, I saw something yesterday where he was talking about 2-for-1 items. So he was doing BOGO.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw his Instagram that he posted, and he said that they were back open, and he was showing different sandwiches, buy one get one half price off or whatever it was.
I would absolutely love the opportunity to cook on a 1,000-gallon pit, to be able to run that and get the experience. I've worked on the 250s. I think I even had the opportunity to get it up to a 500. There was a time that I was doing the barbecue competitions, and that's exactly what we had on a trailer, was a 250, as well as pig roasters and other smokers.
Right.
So that's where I really got my hands dirty in that game.
Well, you should have sucked up to Meat Church when he was giving that 1,000-gallon away.
He gave it away?
Yeah, he was going around doing cooks in different states and all, and it was for a giveaway. Somebody was going to get it.
Yeah. I if I was to get one of those build an offset propane, or I had somebody, because I'm afraid with any residual gas that's in there, any of the other problems. Right. If I were to get a big tank smoker, I'd want a good amount of diameter in there and length, because as I've seen with other people, there's a portion of it that's not usable, either because it's too hot, or it's just too much. There's just too much room on that side. So they tend to put the food closer to the smokestack on a standard offset. Whereas if it was one of the reverse offsets, which I also have experience with, then they have no problem putting it next to where the chimney is, which is directly underneath your firebox.
Right. What's up, Big Al?
There we go. Al's here. Look at this. We just check the temperature on that smoker behind me. I don't feel like getting up. So 120 out of 165. I'm going to go grab the steak kebabs. I'm going to rotate those potatoes and throw them on. I'm going to let you guys chat amongst yourselves for a second.
All right. Yeah, Al, Dave just posted the link. Come on up here and chat a little bit. Same with you, Hojo and Trumpet. Both of you guys, all three of you guys can come on up. Somebody's got an apple pad.
It's focused on me, not you.
That's because you're over there and you stepped in front of the camera. So now you want to be shy?
No, I don't want it to see me at all.
Oh, it knows exactly where you are. That's what happens. Welcome to AI. It's gonna, once it tracks you, that's it. You're on.
That's why I wanted to go low so I wouldn't see.
Right. You can run, but you can't.
Get high, stay high. Get low, stay low.
I'm just giving these a little bit of a roast.
Get low and stay low.
All right, let me grab the kebabs. This thing tracking me again. Hopefully it is.
I don't want it to track me.
That's what we got going on next. So I took a top round roast and then I ended up cubing it up, marinated it overnight. So that's what's going on.
Nice.
I remember when you were talking about making those.
Oh yeah.
Oh Lord, Hojo. Just tell her, yeah. Talking to yourself's no problem. When you start answering, that's a whole different story.
There we go. Perfect. What do you do with my other beer? There it is. You gotta watch it. So take it and drink it.
Yeah, that's usually what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told Al and Hojo and Trumpet to come on up here.
That'd be a good idea.
You posted the link, but they're scared.
Here it is again, in case people don't know, and I'll throw it on this side too, so that we can get as many people in as possible.
How many comments are you running? Because you're like I say, your wife was talking to you, and I didn't see anything come up here.
All right, it's a good question. For the first time ever, I was able to get this thing hooked into Instagram. So it's on Instagram Live, it's on Facebook, and it's here on YouTube. With the next level of subscription, I think I can add on more channels. So if I wanted to add in Twitch, for example, I could do that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't deal with Facebook, book anymore.
Right.
I got Instagram and YouTube and X, which formerly used to be known as Twitter.
That's right.
Which I rarely go on. Yeah, I got put in Facebook jail too many times for things that really weren't bad.
Right.
All I did was repost somebody else's post, but yet I got in trouble for it. But yet I posted what they posted, and they didn't get in trouble for it. So I just got tired of it, and I said, "The heck with it."
So because of diversity, equity, and inclusion,
Yeah,
you don't need any of those criteria.
Yeah, if you see me looking over here, I got the race on. So
What? Oh, what? Yeah, like Pimlico.
they're watching. I'm watching NASCAR.
Oh, NASCAR. I thought it was a little bit too early for horse racing.
Yeah, Kentucky's first, and then Pimlico.
Well, they're still running at the track, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
Or the Triple Crown.
Yeah, they're still down Pimlico as far as I know. I haven't heard anything about them moving or not.
No.
And
I heard
of course, do what?
I heard some other tracks were closing up.
Well, that's true. There's a lot of stuff closing up. I mean, I go and watch videos of, fast food restaurants and stuff like that are closing up.
Right.
I mean, I actually watched a video where they said Five Guys was closing. I've never been to a Five Guys, but because from what I hear, they're too expensive.
Well, they got great French fries and some pretty good burgers too. I'll give them that.
Yeah, well, I can make a pretty good burger at home too, and it won't cost me that much.
Good point. Yep.
I mean, I've got 3 pounds of ground beef down in the freezer. That's a lot of burgers there, dude.
Yeah. 3 pounds of burger. So, what are you making, half-pound burgers and being able to pull 6 out of it?
Oh, I would love half. You know, I had I bought I forget how much I bought. I think it was like a little over a pound, and I wound up sitting here eating the whole damn thing raw. I love beef,
Me too.
and whether it's cooked or not.
So you don't mind the steak tartare? You like it minced up, or
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
I mean,
you just
it's.
pick up a side of beef and bite into it.
Oh, I could, no problem. Might be a little chewier, but
So talking about that, do you like a steak Pittsburgh style?
Ooh,
Pittsburgh, where the outside is charred, the inside is still raw.
yeah, I wouldn't mind
It's
that.
black and blue.
I
That's a
wouldn't
good way
mind
of putting it.
I wouldn't mind that because what you're looking at is you got a lot of flavor on the outside,
Right.
you know, and sometimes it's not raw, but they could get it like raw medium.
Right. Yep.
So
Yep.
I would love a steak like that, especially if it's seasoned just right.
When you get a nice crust on the outside,
Oh
and then
yeah,
on the inside, it's tender, delicious, juicy, still a little cool.
yeah,
That's an excellent steak.
yeah.
And I'm not into any of those steak sauces. I know people they love their A1 or they love their Peter Luger's sauce.
No,
No
no,
sauce on steak.
no. I'm a natural juice or natural flavor,
Yep.
salt, pepper. You know, that's just like I watch these videos where they take these smash burgers and you got paper thin burger
Hmm.
and it's so crusty. And I'm thinking if I want a hash brown, I'll go to McDonald's. You know,
Sure.
I mean, I like a little pink in my hamburger.
I'm with you. When it's gray or it's black, especially gray meat, it's just such a turnoff
Yeah,
to eat it. Visually, it's not appealing anymore.
I mean, if you go to a fast food, you almost have to catch them when they're switching from breakfast to lunch.
Right.
That way you get them fresh off the grill, not them ones that have been sitting underneath the heat lamp for a couple hours.
You're right.
You
Or they
know,
put them in the drawer. They cook them, and then they put them into a warming drawer. And then when you order, like Burger King, for example, your way, right away.
right?
Yeah, right away they reach into the drawer, pull out the patty that's cooked, and then throw it onto the bun that they ran through the toaster oven.
Well, thing about Burger King is you really don't taste the grill like they advertised years ago.
Right.
I mean, almost like they cooked it on a flat top.
Yeah.
You know. By the way, I'm drinking Miller Lite too.
It's delicious. It's refreshing. Being that I was able to get from about 240 down to I'm going to call about 158, 160. But now I'm back to eating again. So from the last time you saw me till now, I'm getting my fat back, which isn't good. I got to start trimming down. We're getting back to summer season. Enough of this winter weight.
Well, I went from 260 down to about 205. So I'm kind of hovering 205, 210.
Right.
Of course, I'm 67 years old, too.
I got to drop this weight. I need to be able to fit into my fire department turnout gear.
Right, right. Yeah. I thought you were a volunteer.
I am. One of the guys that just joined us now on Instagram is a fellow firefighter. He saw that I was on, and now he's going to do I'm sure it's shocking. It's rarely that he sees me on camera, besides in videos.
Right.
He's probably maybe as much as 2.5, 3 miles away. So I'd be shocked if he this doesn't come up Tuesday at a meeting.
Yeah, when I was in high school, I was a volunteer at the local fire station here,
Right.
and I did that for a couple, 3 years, and then I found out what a girl was, and well, I kind of took care of that problem.
That's a whole other fire.
Yeah,
That's another fire you got to put out.
that took. My sports went downhill, fire department went downhill, work went downhill.
One of the things that I'm still a little frustrated with, talking about the fire department, is when you have a volunteer fire department, the businesses in the area, if you work for one of the businesses and the fire happens to come in and you need to leave, a lot of the business owners will tell you, we don't pay for volunteers. So if you leave, you make sure you clock out. I'm not paying for you. When you think about that, if that's a business, whether you're a multi-billion-dollar publicly traded company or you're a small business, you're still susceptible to emergency situations, if not a fire, whether it's at your business or at home. So you need to be conscious of the fact that when you're telling somebody, I'm not going to pay for you, I don't pay for volunteers, that comes 360. That comes right back at you in the sense that, God forbid that your wife, your kid, your house, your business, something goes on.
Yeah.
I can't turn around and tell you, hey, listen, you don't pay for volunteers. That's not my problem.
That's what I was getting ready to say. I mean, they're giving you hell about being late for work because you're a volunteer. Suppose it was their wife and kids or their husband and kids or parents, they don't. I never understood. I did it.
Individual. If you're in a massive car accident and I have to go there to extricate them from their vehicle, do I take off my boot and start shaking it and go, listen, you don't pay for volunteers. I could get you out right now.
Yeah.
But the boot's empty.
Yeah. But you're going to have to pay me. I mean, that's like I heard medevac rides to the hospital. Now they're charging you like $5,000.
Keep going.
Oh, really?
That's a $12,000 helicopter.
Well, back when I heard this, it was $5,000. Well, then again, Maryland did get those. Hey, Nick.
What's up, Dave?
How you doing, Nick?
How's it going,
So
guys?
Nick is a fellow firefighter from my department. He's probably, depending upon the way he's dressed right now, he's either at home or he's working. No, he looks like he's working someplace. Were you at the ski shop?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
But it was that much back when I first heard it. But then again, Maryland, they went out from the Dolphins to these new military, I call them choppers. Matter of fact, I think New Jersey has them, and that's where Maryland got the idea from.
Using the Blackhawks?
No, it's the for some reason I want to say M11.
Uh-huh.
It's larger than a Dolphin, and it sounds a whole lot. See, where I live right off of 70, and what they do is they'll follow 70 down to shock trauma.
Right.
What is it?
Around here, once you're loaded up into the helicopter, and Nick knows this, down to the, say for example, the ski resort, you're flown down to Allentown. So that's a good 45 minutes to an hour by car.
Right.
That's the closest trauma.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
You got one closer?
Yeah, they just went up to a level 3 trauma.
Where was that at?
Lehigh Valley Pocono. They can take level 3 traumas now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they used to only take level 2, but now
Yeah,
if we have like
see,
a if we have like
I live northwest of shock trauma here in Baltimore.
okay.
So
Yeah, if we get like a femur break, we used to fly those. We would still
Right.
fly them if they're serious, but if it's still like a femur break and it's not as serious, we just take them by ambulance. It's about a
Right.
10-minute drive.
Yeah.
But we used to have to fly for any kind of traumas.
Yeah, well, see, they've got shock trauma they go to, and they've got the burn center they go to.
Yep.
And the burn center's all the way on the other side of Baltimore. That's more.
We only have
that's
one
more
burn
on the
center up
bay
here.
side.
Yeah, if we have any burn victims, we need to fly them. We don't have any burn centers up here.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Now, Maryland, they have ran mutual to PA, West Virginia.
Yep.
You know, the surrounding, states.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, they had a big crash down there in West Virginia.
Yep,
think
I
it
remember
was
that.
81 in Maryland. They wound up running Trooper
Yep.
6 and Trooper 1. They ran more victims out of there than West Virginia did.
Yeah. I mean, it all depends on what kind of resources you got.
Yeah. I mean, I was working emergency response there around the Capitol Beltway when Trooper 8 went down,
Mm-hmm.
and they lost the crew and the patient on that.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
And that was a while ago.
Yeah.
What you're saying that there was just a few weeks ago.
What was
All
that?
right,
He's saying that there was a bad crash on the Bay Bridge just a few weeks ago.
All right. Well, you guys have a good little stream here. I got.
All right, Nick. Nice to see you, and
Nice to see you guys.
meet you, and have a good one.
See you guys. See you, Dave.
Tuesday.
No, I didn't hear what you said, Dave. I'm sorry. He had the monitor going.
Hojo was saying that there was a bad crash on the Bay Bridge just a few weeks ago.
Yeah, they get them all the time. Bad thing about it is they'll go and close lanes for God knows why.
Right.
And then they'll have a crash, and then the whole Bay Bridge, it's shut down.
The majority of accidents we have up here are motor vehicle. We get a good amount of calls for those that are morbidly obese and they need extrication. They need extra hands to help out. Yes. In the summertime, it'll be those that are hiking along the Appalachian Trail, or they're going.
Oh yeah.
So they get to the waterfall. They're able to follow from the national park the steps to get down, but they don't realize they have to get back up to get out.
Yeah.
It would be easier if we could just float them down. Once they get down to the waterfall, they're in the one of the inlets, and just float them down to a different section, pull them out, and pack them up. Doesn't work that way.
Yeah. That's the way it is up here. I mean, I hear, I keep monitor out in the kitchen 24/7. And I've got Frederick County, Carroll County, and of course Harris County on it. And every once in a while I'll hear, I've got, state police medevac on it too, and I'll hear them running. But I'll go and hear different calls, and a lot of them are on the mountains there on Braddock Mountain, Shenandoah, or whatever. Excuse me. Like I say, when I worked emergency response with the state, we wound up running a patrol out in Hagerstown, to where we actually went up to Cumberland almost, and then back down to Frederick County line, and then we would run 81 from PA down to West Virginia. So, we had a big area we covered. And when you only got one truck up there running, it's hell trying to get help.
Yep.
And then, we worked a lot with state police. We didn't do a whole lot on the county. If it was county police on a state road, then of course naturally we responded. But unless we were okayed by our supervisor to go on a county road to assist county police, then that's the only time we went.
Right.
And to be honest with you, no offense to the chat or whoever's watching or whatever, I saw more fatalities with the state than I did when I was in the fire department. And to be honest with you, the smaller children, or so to speak, that affected me more. There's been times I came home, sat right in this chair, and my mom was in the other chair, and there I am moving, but the chair that's in view right now, I actually sat here talking to her and cried, because the kids, I could see the grown-ups. I mean, yeah, they had a little bit of life. They didn't deserve to die sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But the kids, they were just starting life, so to speak.
You're right.
I mean, I had I don't want to get too in depth, but I had a 11-year-old female that was a fatal, laying next to the guardrail, and I actually had to pull my truck up and block her from the traffic so they couldn't see. And every time I looked out my driver's door, there she was, and yeah, that affected me. I mean, you and I could sit here and talk all kind of stories.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm going to say about that. I'm done.
Well, yeah, they're horror stories, but
Yeah.
when you relate that back to, again, you have situations, you have businesses, and everyone goes, well, that's not my problem. I'm not paying for that. I'm not going to do it.
Right.
But where do the resources come from? Where's the manpower to come in? Where's these people? The word situational awareness is known whether you're in the military or you're a first responder. For as far as looking around, know where you're at, look at your situation. But from the public perspective, from an employer perspective, from the your community. Situational awareness is realize if you're saying, I'm not going to do this, and you realize that there is no paid department, situational awareness should tell you that those that are willing to serve, those that are willing to go into that firefight, because you're not going to, you need to be able to support these people. If you continue with the attitude of, I'm not going to pay for this, I'm not going to do this, there's not going to be anybody left. And then nobody's going to come to the rescue, because they're going to look at it and go, I'm on the clock right now. My boss says I'm not going to work, and I got to pay my bills, and I have other things to do.
Yeah.
And don't you tell me that I'm wrong for staying here, because you're the one who's holding me here, or you're telling me I'm not getting paid.
I mean, you look at it, first responders are so overlooked. I mean, I thank the servicemen and women for their job of what they do to keep us safe. But you also have to look at the first responders, police, fire, emergency, whatevers, that, you know, also keep us safe. And it's ridiculous.
Right. That's correct. So I'm not fighting a war overseas where you can't see me unless you turn on a nationally televised news program. I'm here on the ground, local.
Yeah.
I'm what you don't see and you don't hear about unless you open up the local papers.
Exactly. And half of that sometimes you can't believe. You know, I actually watched videos when, well, like I was getting ready to say, 911. Look how many people were trying to get out of those two buildings. But look how many people were trying to run into them to do their job.
That's right.
You know.
Yep.
That's the way I look at it. You get a fire somewhere, people are running the hell out. But what about those people that are running in?
Correct.
To fight that fire?
That's right.
I'm sorry, Chad. I don't want to get too deep.
Well, it's just you and I right now. That's it. We went so deep. We went from fun barbecue into the perspective of what goes on as a first responder. And
well, see, I look at it in real life. I mean, I know you got something on the grill, so go for it.
I'm keeping. Well, that's what's nice about artificial intelligence like this is I'm able to talk to you, and the camera follows us wherever I go. So it's
exactly.
As long as the here we go. Let's come on, back up camera. Let's see. So I moved, and it moved with me. There we go.
Yeah, that's why your son was in there, because they caught him.
That's right. And he doesn't realize that that's the way that this works. That when I move, it's going to go where I go.
Until he walks in front of it.
That's exactly the problem. I gotta know the taste. I need a little. Let's see, how is this? Ooh, that is hot.
Now, what kind of grill is that, Dave?
This one is Old Smoky. We did a competition last year.
Right.
Everybody went out and got one. It's about $60. I didn't want it to go to waste, so I'm using it. Over there, I have the that's like a Weber kettle.
Right.
It's sitting over there since behind the computer. There's a huge limb that's hung up in the tree. I'm waiting for that to fall so that it doesn't fall on the grill. Once that comes down, I can put pieces back.
Can't you get somebody in there to take care of that? Because like a widowmaker, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep. That one's looking great. That chicken
Oh,
in there.
now is that beer can?
No.
Okay.
I got a little crazy this morning. So first I put a rub on this morning, and then I decided why not inject it as well. And then I came up with the idea because I was going to do a beer can chicken. I said I'll just put a hook through it and I'll hang the chicken and see how that comes out. So that's where we're at.
Oh, so that's hanging in there?
Yeah. That's hanging. I don't know if let me see if you can see it hanging. Move this stuff out of the way. Let's see.
I saw it in there, but I could, I thought it was just on a stand.
Do you see it hanging or not really?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can almost, you can see the distance between the tip of the leg and the butt.
Right.
So, that could be almost from a stand also. So, but yeah, it did look good.
45. Yep. We're getting there. I got to get the chicken to 165, but the pieces of meat, those got to come off. I'm going to bring those in, cover them, let them sit for a little bit. It's delicious. But I'm going to just give me a second. I'm going to pull those off, bring that in. I knew that was going to go quick because they're I took a chuck roast and I cut it up and I let that marinate overnight after I did a dry rub and threw in some other sauces and seasoning. So for those people in my house that don't want chicken, then they have steak as a backup. And then I make potatoes on there as well. Yeah, I have to. It's like a buffet line here. Nobody can have. One kid's going to tell me he wants a 99-cent box of pasta, nothing on it, plain. The other one's going to want like cucumbers and strawberries, and we'll pick on some things. Everybody eats something different. And again, back to what we were talking about earlier. Whether I have a 500-gallon or 1,000-gallon pit, the problem is I don't have anybody to feed. I need eaters.
You got a family that wants something different, so
everybody wants something different.
This door be for this one. This door be for that one.
I wish it was that easy. But it never is. Let me pull this off and bring this one inside. Woo! The potatoes I can put anywhere. Those can cook all day. I don't care. This one's charcoal. The other one, like you were mentioning for your timberline,
right?
This one right here. This is pellets.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That big cabinet's a pellet cabinet?
Yeah, it's all that's pellets going there. That's a pellet cooker.
Wow.
But it has excellent flavor. And the other thing is, I don't know if the camera's going to tilt down. Let's see. So down here is a box that I'm able to put wood chunks into, and that way I can that great wood flavor.
Okay.
You got the long legs on that. Yep, I got the long legs on the old Smoky. That's right. I added those legs on when I built this so that I can easily get to it. It makes sense. The long legs are like another $20. So if you think about it, I'm into this $85. I thought it was going to last me for that one cook. I'd never use it again. But it's here. It's the only thing out here that doesn't have a cover. I consider that to be my disposable cooker. Let me bring this in. I'll be right back.
Okay. So it looks like it's Dave, me, and you, Hojo, the only ones in here. I don't know if Lewis is still here or Al's still here. Yeah, I got a pretty good price on that Rectech 380. I watched Lewis's brisket video, and a couple other videos. So I said, let me look into that. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Lois, it's your fault for me getting that rec tech. Oh, I see. Well, you got something on the grill? That brisket did look good, sir. But I plan on putting the pan down there on the heat shield. I would love to see Rectech take the 380B and raise the pellet cup like they did on the 380X. And that's the only complaint I really could say that I have with it after putting it together, because with it being flush with the bottom of the grill, that's why I want to do a pan, so that way everything drips down in that and I don't have a chance of a fire.
What's Trumpet Master making? What has he got going on? What's he cooking?
I don't know. He hasn't said. He just said,
What?
Well, he's using the 380 right now.
Cooking.
Are you going to come out with a video on that?
He's got videos for days. Yesterday he talked about he meets his demise. He's got videos going through Mother's Day.
Yeah, he said something that, what was it, May?
Yeah. He's making sausage and sweet potatoes dedicated to Memorial Day weekend. He just came out, I think it was last week or the week beforehand. He's cooking during Christmas in a February video. So he's way ahead. He's shooting his July 4th video next week.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm going to be making my video for St. Patrick's Day 2 days before St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Every time he cooks the family a meal, out comes the camera. I got to learn to do what he does. He goes, "Oh, honey, don't worry. No, I'm going to cook tonight." And then next thing you know, there's light, there's sound, there's a video producer. He's got an audio engineer on the side. His wife must be looking around like, how many more grills and cookers are we going to get, honey? And he's going, do you like all these videos? Do you like all these things? I have to keep doing this. Do you want to eat tonight? He's got him lined up. Smart guy.
You want to eat? Well, I need to spend $2,000 on this one.
Smart guy. He learned how to use feeding a family in order to have a production company on the side.
Exactly.
And he's like, and then his videos. He was talking about this yesterday. He goes, "I don't understand how like you have 2 hours of video, you have to limit it down to 10 minutes. I just simply like talk over whatever I'm doing." He's smart. Every little thing. I grab a season of this, I grab something like this, and he just talks out loud. His wife's on the corner. "Looks good. Yep, very good. Yep, like that."
Okay.
Sean, make me some music.
You and Lewis, if I want to do a voiceover, how would I do that?
He's the professional. He knows this. I'm an amateur when it comes to doing this in the backyard.
Well, I know he's a professional at it, because basically all his videos are voiceover.
Exactly. That's why he's the one to talk to about that.
Lewis, drop me an email. You got my address.
If he would just jump in, then he'd be able to tell us live.
Explain to me Well, he's a little busy to come on right now.
because he's shooting another video.
Oh, okay. Well, I
Yeah.
got FaceTime, you know. I mean, I could email you my phone number if you don't mind. I mean, you know, I would like to start knocking out videos and see what I do is when I do the video, I talk, and believe me, I can talk. But I've been doing pretty good. I've been about 15-minute videos. You know.
I started with Final Cut Pro, and then a gentleman by the name of Sean. He's got quite the following right now. He's his channel is the Real Life Perspective Show. So he talked me into going over to Adobe Premiere, which is great software, by the way. There's a lot more that I can do with that. There's a lot of graphics that's involved and audio. So he's gonna give me a little bit of help where he can. He's such a look at this. God. Hojo's having 6 beers, and Lewis is busy using his his metal testicles that hang onto his grill and getting teabagged.
Yes, I am following you, Lewis, on Instagram.
Working on a TikTok and Instagram reel. You'll have to see that. Say he's always busy. The
Yeah.
family's going. It's Sunday night. We want to eat. Dad, when are we going to eat? He's like, I'm in the middle of filming. You'll have to wait.
Yeah, that's you know. I follow a lot of people on Instagram. Of course, then again, all the people following me, they've got a cleavage, you know, bigger than their ass crack. Pardon my French. But you know, every time I go and click who's, you know, following me, you know, follow me and I'll send you my pictures and my videos and no thank you.
I went ahead and I ordered a whole bunch of different giveaway items, like beer koozies and towels and hats and shirts. What else am I missing? There's a whole bunch of stickers and God knows what else, and they're just sitting here in boxes. That initially when I followed people, they were doing on their live streams all these different giveaways, but since then I haven't seen it as popular.
Right. I'm going through my Instagram right now, and I follow Heavy D Sparks, you know, Diesel
Yep.
Brothers.
Yep.
And they took one of those new cyber trucks from
The Tesla Cybertruck,
yeah,
right?
They put tracks on it,
Mm-hmm.
and they've got
They took it
one.
out in the snow with that gentleman Cody, who is whistling Diesel.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I've got, you know, like Snake River Farms and of course Traeger and Rectech people that you know, Malcolm, Heath, different racing guys. And then I get, you know, I got suggestions for people because you like so and so.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even like so and so. So
The chicken fell off the hook. I had to quickly. I'm sitting here, and I heard a thump. So I was wondering what that thump was.
so is that tender or
It is that tender that the from the just the weight of the chicken, it ripped right through. I thought I was hooked
wow?
into the bone section, but I know better now.
They talk about that with ribs too. You've
Yeah,
got to
that'll
get
do it.
you've got to get a good hook on the ribs when you hang
Right.
them.
You're right. My son is in there, and he thinks I don't know when he's touching the thermostat.
No, sir, Hojo. This is upstairs. Um, Kitchen is down the hallway there. This is like the TV room. I got a 43-inch right there. All my computers set up. I got 2 screens. My tower's right there. Uh, that chair right there is what my mom used to sit in, which I have my pillow and my can rack on. Behind me, I've got my fire cups, banner, and all the towels that I've got accumulated. So, nope, this is upstairs. Of course, it's not that warm. That's why I always wear a hoodie. I mean, right behind me, I've got the curtain down, but there's an AC unit there. And it gets a little cold when the wind blows. And that chair there is it's got the heat duct right next to it. But I've got that chair, a table, and then a chair right here that my little poop head sometimes gets on. Yeah, I was watching a video today. Somebody was cooking on the 380, and it's a low dome on the cover.
Mm-hmm.
That who the heck was it? Somebody was doing ribs, and he was wondering about. He had them on a rib rack, and he put them in the cooker, and he was wondering if the lid was going to close, and it went shut.
You're right. Hojo, the direct heat cooker you have, are you using charcoal, like either briquettes or the lump charcoal, or are you feeding that with wood splits? Okay, I'm going to bring this up because this is what he just wrote. Once you get your direct heat cooker built, generally taking chicken to 165, 170, the boss likes it a little more well done. See, that's why I was going to go to 165. USDA says 165 for chicken, but look, I don't really listen necessarily to what those temperatures are. And the chicken, I just heard it go thump. It meant it was so tender that it fell off the hook. So now I'm wondering, just Chuck and I going back and forth here, is it that tender that it's a good time to pull it, or did I not get it through a piece of the breastbone?
Well, the thing about it is, you go and let it go to 165, it's not going to hurt when you wrap it and just let it rest and carry over. Because a lot of people, I mean, you figure wings are supposed to be white meat,
Right.
but yet people are taking them up to 190, 200 degrees. You know.
Yeah.
Of course, they're getting some awesome crunchy skin with it.
That's what I was thinking. The same thing that Hojo just said here. Stick with the charcoal and then add in for the wood flavor the smoldering pieces of splits that'll probably last another 45 minutes to an hour, maybe even longer, because they're just sitting on top of the hot coals. They're not burning. It's just smoldering.
Right.
He's saying here direct heat is the bomb. So maybe.
Hey, what's up, wood ass? Well, I haven't talked to him in a while either. I mean,
Right.
there's a lot of people I haven't talked to because I just kind of don't deal with it. You know, I've been. Oh, he's got a burn barrel.
Yeah, he does. That's the way to go. Yeah, exactly, like the good old boys. So my son's inside. So we've been talking about for the last 2 years, just taking the cinder blocks, whether we're walking them off a construction site or from somebody else's backyard, and building a cinder block cooker on the side. Not that I'm doing all these hogs, but I really wanted to try this. And one of the things that I've learned, whether it was Rodney Scott or even that gentleman that's down there in North Carolina, I think his is called the Skylight Inn. I really wanted to have the burn barrel, take the hot coals, and put them right underneath.
Right. Now, see, with the Traeger I've been wanting to do like a suckling pig, something, a whole pig small.
Right.
Because I've always been curious. I've watched enough videos, but of course, they're pumping out 190, 200 plus hogs.
Right.
That definitely ain't going to fit in my Traeger.
No. When we did hogs in the past, we would pick them up between 120 to 130 pounds.
Yeah.
Debone them, and then take pork butt that we would marinate and cube up, stuff it back into the pig, and sew the pig up. So that at a catering event or someplace else, they see you reaching into the pig, and you're always pulling out handfuls of pork. There's always all this meat. And nobody ever questioned
now, would you do that to protect the loin?
It would protect but it would protect things. But once you take a pig and you slaughter it, once it's field dressed, the body cavity is hollow. So we would fill that cavity with pork butt. At that point, we were paying 89 cents to 99 cents a pound. Now it's up there, bone and skin on $1.29. Without that, you're at $1.89. So it's up, a dollar more than what we were paying beforehand. And the catering gigs these people would pay. You're at a wedding, you're at a country club, they paid.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Whip or what? Lance and I were talking. Of course, he deals a lot with the Amish down his way, and I think it was like $1.50 I could get a suckling pig for.
So you would get a 50-pound pig for $150?
No, it'd be smaller than that.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't even know if 50-pound would fit on there. I'd have to measure. I mean, worst comes to worst, I could always, cut it up and quarter it,
Right,
and cook it.
right.
I mean, it's got 3 shells in it, but I basically just have 2.
He's got a guy. He knows a guy that's got a guy. Here it is.
Yeah.
50 to $100. That's not bad at all.
I'd have to recheck. Lance and I don't know if I was texting him or okay, it must have been emails because I don't see any texts about that. But he and I were talking, and I'd have to let him know so he could let the farmer know, and he would process it. And I would have to go down. Yeah, gator would be nice. I mean, I've got gator sausage down in the freezer, but that's mixed with pork. I got that from Crescent Cities. I've got the crawfish, gator, shrimp. I think that's it. Because when I was doing my gumbos, that was the sausage I had. I would like to try goat also wet. But I was looking more like a 30-pound suckling pig. I figure that would probably fit pretty good on my Traeger. I mean, it's 1,320, square inch cooking. So I think a pig should fit on that pretty good.
The whole gator. I would love to do a whole gator. I think my problem with getting a gator is where I would have to pick that up. It's going to come in frozen. That's not going to come in skinned and ready to go fresh. It's either going to come in pieces, like all tail meat, or it's going to be frozen, and I got to thaw that thing out over the next 3 days.
My baby girl's back here snoring away.
Goats I've seen regularly at Restaurant Depot, and Costco now has whole goats as well. Yeah. Costco's hit and miss. So here's one of the things I found out. I was down in King of Prussia, and that one was stocked up with different Asian goods as well as halal. The one by me has a little bit of halal, not too much Asian. When I go into New Jersey, especially Edison, New Jersey, loaded up with Indian and Korean foods.
Oh,
so
really?
It's really hit and miss about whatever the ethnic areas are, what type of specialty goods they have in stock.
Well, see, the thing about it is, as much as I go, like Costco, it wouldn't be worth a membership for me. I'd be just wasting money. But they don't have like a visitors type membership to where you pay like, oh, well, you're here one time, pay $20 and you get to come in. Now,
Costco does have a visitor's pass, but you pay a premium when you get to the register. So when you go that first time or those couple of times a year that you go to the customer service desk, they'll give you a 1-day pass, but you're going to pay a premium on the goods that you buy.
Because I got one up in Frederick, you know. But don't restaurant? Don't you have to be like
A business?
yeah?
Yeah, that's me. I am.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have all those type of things. So the Restaurant Depot, also known as Jetro, I got that one. It's the same place.
Okay.
Yeah, I have all those cards. I go to all these places. And then for the major stuff, if I want prime dry aged, or I want super premium stuff coming in from Japan, like the real Kobe, or I want the Carabuda pork, or I want Iberico. That's all down there in the Hunts Point Market. In fact, today started the New York International Restaurant and Food Service Show, where you have vendors that are looking to sell those goods to people like myself.
Right. I don't know, Hojo. You'd have to ask. You have to ask Lance about that.
We have a U.S. Foods in Dallas. Don't need a membership. They do it. Yeah. So U.S. Foods is like a Cisco. They're a wholesaler. They deal mostly with the restaurant and other parts of the food service business.
See, I've got U.S. Foods, and I've also have Costco. Not Costco, but what you just said.
You have
Cisco.
Cisco. Yep.
Yeah.
You have Pocono Pro Foods. You've got Driscoll Foods.
Well,
These are all
up your way. You know.
What's that?
That's up your way. Down my way, I've got U.S. Foods and Cisco.
Right. They're national.
Yeah. And then I've got a fishmonger in Jessup, which is 25 minutes from me.
Right.
But I'm not 100% sure you don't have to be a business to get in there either. Because I would love.
You know somebody, a friend, anybody that has a business license, a business certificate, they're registered with the state to go in.
I mean, I would love just go down there. I mean, it's not that far away, and if I can't get anything, oh well.
Right.
You know, but I would love to just go down there because I would want to get some catfish fillet.
Okay.
I would love that because I would love to bread it and deep fry it. Oh my God, deep fried catfish. Ooh. I got a wet spot. I'm sorry.
My favorite, if I'm down in Dallas, for example, like Hojo is, right?
Yeah.
So there are so many amazing steakhouses and other places to go to. I think I would be inclined to look for those wholesalers to be able to bring that back to my home. Not that I don't like going out to the steakhouse and it's going to cost $300 to $500 depending upon how much you drink and what you're ordering. But type of the quantity of meat, the types of meat that are available in a large city like Dallas, it just outweighs going out and in one night spending that type of money when I can bring it home and do my own butchering, whether it be with a Sawzall on an entire short loin to cut it down into my porterhouses, or anything that with a knife that I can cut through.
Right,
so
right.
I'm completely inclined. If I'm Hojo and I'm in Dallas, I'm hunting down the best types of meat, the best cuts, that top 1%, to be able to serve in my house.
Well, hell, all he's got to do is go to HEB.
I keep hearing about HEB and HEB Plus and the Prime, but you're paying a retail price.
Yeah.
I hate paying retail. I know when I go to the Hunts Point Market, for something that's going to sell at a place like a Wegmans, for example, that's $29 a pound. My cost on that is probably let's call it 50% of cost. So it's going to be $15. And if I'm really lucky, if they've got something that is aged and one of the restaurants backed out on it before it's fabricated, hey, I'm coming in, I'm picking that up. I'll fabricate it on my own, dry aged, and take some of that fat, especially if we're dealing with a brisket. I'll take that suet fat, and instead of having it trimmed up, that's going to become tallow. And that sweet tallow is delicious.
See, I went to my local Walmart. I got 2 briskets. This one's 14 and a half pound. I paid $3.96 a pound, and it cost me 57. We'll round it off 57.60. And then I got a smaller one, which was 11 pound, over 11 pound.
Right.
And that one's going to be my next video. Well, one of my videos. Because Smoking Joe, he did a no trim brisket cook.
Okay.
And it was, he scored it 8 out of 10. It turned out that good. So
if you're saying a no trim brisket, are you talking about where the rib bone is still in there before it's been trimmed? Or are you looking at a packer brisket that you have?
A pack of brisket, you take it out of the wrapper, you pat it dry, you season it, throw it on a smoker.
Gotcha. Okay.
The knife, only time the knife sees that brisket is when you go to slice it up.
Okay.
Yeah, I figured I'd do the little one for that one.
Yeah.
And then save the big one, the 14 pounder, for the trim and all that. And if the little one turns out real good on the cook,
yeah,
then the big one might just get a no trim.
That's okay.
You know, because I've done one brisket a couple years ago. That was before I started recording this crap. Mm-hmm. And it turned out delicious. I actually succeeded on that.
Looking for where, here it is. So this was, all right. So this is, see if you can see that. That's a whole packer brisket. Not a packer, excuse me. That's a brisket that was hanging on the hook.
Okay.
Comes wrapped in paper, and then what I do once that comes in, here it is. That's what it looks like. So it is still on the bone. That was
okay. You got bone in.
Yeah. So I took that, I trimmed that up, and I was able to take all that sweet suet fat. Here it is, that that it's stamped prime on the board. And I break this thing down on my own. I have some butchering skills.
Right.
And I also have availability to be able to pick up meat that's coming in every day from Chicago on the hook. So whether I want to take like a half a cow, a primal, a subprimal, that's always available. And again, from where I came beforehand in New York, this is something that we would regularly do at friends' houses.
Right.
We would have people over and we would cook. Now that I'm here in Pennsylvania, I have all the toys. I got the big house, but nobody comes up this way. It is so frustrating that 90 minutes for me to get to them seems to be a lot quicker in a shorter distance than for them to come to me. So I'm here. I pick it up in the Bronx. I'll prepare it. And then when somebody's having something at their house, I immediately bring it down there so that I always have some type of, we'll call it like a covered dish. I never show up to anybody's house empty-handed. I just wish that it wasn't a one-way street and people came back up this way. And whether they want their Italian goods or they want their Polish goods, whatever it is, come up here. It's frustrating that I have this and I can't share it with anybody.
All right, buddy. I'm going to take a break real quick. I got to use the little boy's room.
I gotcha. And let me just check the temperature on this, because when I last checked, about 2 or 3 degrees away from where I needed to be. And I am still at 163 out of 165. So I'm going to do the same. I'm going to take a break for just 2 minutes, run inside, take a leak, and then I'll probably be ready to also start pulling this chicken off. So I'll be back. Oh wow, that somebody's still mic'd up. Oh yeah. I'll be right back. I'm not mic'd up, so we're not going to have those noises. But I love it. I do need to come to Dallas, and I do need to bring a half a cow. You have the Longhorn. What I have up here is Midwestern beef. There's a little bit different in flavor, but you got so many different farms out that way that I would love to be able to hit up ranchers, be able to work with. You were talking about the Heritage Berkshire pork. Excellent stuff. We could really get to work on that. I'll be right back. I'm using the men's room as well. I am back. Oh my God, what relief that was. God, I do need to come to Dallas. I need to make my way back to Dallas. Last time I was in Dallas was January of last year. I went to an excellent steakhouse that was connected to a hotel I can't remember. Big money, lots of hot women, lots of great cocktails and food. But no, I haven't been back to Dallas since that point. Would like to get back. I got to a lot of the barbecue places, which was nice around the Dallas area. Got to Walmart, picked up a ton of spices, packed them in my suitcase to bring them back, and TSA wanted to go through every one of them. They thought I was smuggling drugs. I had that many different seasoning.
I've heard a couple different people say that.
Yeah. They wanted to know, like, sir, why do you have a dozen different, canisters of seasoning? You've got the stuff from Goldie's. You got another one from, some other, like all the Texas top 50 places.
Yeah.
You're seasoning at Walmart. And you can't get it anywhere else unless you're down there in Texas.
Well, I'm sorry. I live East Coast. This is Midwest. You don't get Midwest up on the East Coast.
No. Nope.
I mean, East Coast, Maryland.
Oh my goodness! You went with that Biggie Smalls, a Tupac East Coast West Coast thing. I saw that. I got to get a pan. It's time to pull the chicken. I'm at 165 out of 165, so it's done. I'm going to get it.
Yeah, I wanted to go sometime before I die. Uh, I want to go and I want to make the Houston rodeo. Oh, you both doing chickens, Hojo? Uh-oh. He dropped it.
That's what I lost. I lost the. Where's the camera? I lost the hook. That's all I lost. Everything else is good. You didn't lose anything.
It's watching you.
Watching me is right.
That's where you take that hook and throw it as far as you can get it.
Yeah, that's that. Now I can shut it down. We're done.
Cool. Now you wrap it, it'll go to about $1.70.
Hi.
Oh God! Now they're all coming out here. They're all here. Whole
Well,
family
I see Mama coming out. She gonna kick your butt.
out. The baby's there. They're all here now. They found me again. Oh boy, no sanctity. All right, let me bring that in and cover it. Oh, let's go. Let me bring that in and cover it so that it doesn't get cold, and I'll be right.
Man. I'll be here. I mean, basically, it's just us three.
Yeah, I got the chicken right.
Now, are you grilling those two steaks, Hojo? Now, remember, Hojo, Siri, set a time for 2 minutes.
You coming out here too? I got him. All right. Here, make your video appearance. Here you go, buddy. Yeah. Everybody wants to know who the hell you are. Taste tester number 1. There you go, buddy.
You know, I was looking at Hojo's comment. Every time a butcher puts a knife to a piece of meat, the price increases.
That's right. He's right.
You know, I told you what I paid at Walmart for that brisket.
Yep.
For the same, that was we'll say $4.
Okay.
Rounded off. I called my butcher and asked for one about the same size.
Yeah.
I think it was like a 15-pounder I might have asked for. She said, trim or no trim? I said, well, what's the price? $7.50 no trim, $8.50 a pound trimmed.
Why so high? Why did you get just a flat or just a point? Did you take
No,
the whole?
that was the whole brisket.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, exactly. So
I'm seeing it $5. I'm complaining.
I went to Walmart, found these, and I said, I want to get these. I mean, $4 a pound compared to what they're paying in Texas and all.
Yeah.
They're paying $1 something a pound, $2 a pound, whatever. But $4 a pound and 57 whatever. I'm happy. it didn't cost me $100 and some odd dollars for a brisket.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
Do you have a
So-
membership with Sam's Club or BJ's or anything like that?
I've got a BJ's around me, I got Costco around me, and I've also got a Sam's Club around me. But no, I don't have a membership.
All right. Well,
I mean, I don't go to. I mean, I'm lucky I make it to the grocery store once a month.
right. Now, I only bring it up because right now, I think it's $4 a pound for Choice, and $5 a pound for Prime at Costco, and then Sam's Club, which again, it's like a Walmart. It is
Right.
it's like a Walmart. You're probably looking at the $3.50 to $4.50 range.
I got you.
Now, see, my mom used to have BJ's membership,
Yeah,
but that kind of lapsed.
Yeah.
it's not a bad idea to have one of these memberships, especially another crisis that breaks out where you need rolls of toilet paper and paper towels and water, cases of water.
Nice, Hojo, nice. That's a meat I would like to try. Also, is buffalo.
And it's very lean, delicious, loaded with protein.
Yeah,
much needed.
I know it's very lean because I watch the Bearded Butchers a lot.
Yeah.
I get a little upset with them because the way I look at it, I feel they cut too much off when they trim them up.
Yep.
But that's my opinion. But they are 4 hours away from me
That's it.
in Ohio,
Wow.
and I would like to make it out to their establishment.
Mhm.
I mean, they do elk also.
Right.
So I would like to pick up some meat there. Matter of fact, I would like to go up there and get some meat and request a no trim. That way I could trim it myself.
Yeah.
Because, they take a lot of fat off. Fat means flavor. I'm effing delicious.
I can't get this one.
And then the other side to that is, you see Trumpet Master talking about cooking sausage. So if you're able to take the whole piece, all of your trimmings, and you pay less when you take the whole thing versus trimmed up.
Oh,
all
yeah.
your trimmings then go to something, or else you're paying somebody else to do the cut. Then they're keeping the trimmings and they're making money on that, turning it into sausage or something else. So it's counterproductive to pay the retail cost for someone's fabrication work when you could do it on your own and all the additional pieces. That's money in your pocket. That's another night's meal.
I mean, I would like to go up to my butcher, which is only 20 minutes away, and pick up like a half a beef.
Right.
And have him cut it up, because I know he's going to trim it up, but not like, Seth or his brother does.
Right. All right, I'm going to take the family inside because thing number one and thing number two are out here now, and they're playing throwing rocks at each other because that's what you do. And then I want to feed them dinner as well.
Right.
Yeah, just like you, I'm here on the East Coast, so it's 20 to 6. But I'm probably going to jump onto the live stream tonight, the one that you mentioned. So we can continue this later on if you want to.
Yeah, well, they only send out invitations to the chosen few. So basically, I like their video and I have it running in the background, and then I go to a separate YouTube channel and watch other videos. I share my love, but I'm not loved. If you know what I mean.
I'm open to this orgy that we call this live stream chat. So there's a lot of love going around.
I love connecting with because one, you don't live that far from me. I mean, hell, Lance is only 45 minutes from me.
Right.
But he has his little group. And I thought at one time I used to be there.
Right.
But, you and I'd have to talk off screen about all that.
I know what you're talking about. Yep.
So.
All right. I'm going to get them inside.
All right, buddy.
Start cutting up the bird.
I'm going to go ahead and hop off here. Chat. Lewis. Hojo. Been fun talking to you. Lewis, Lance and George are doing their live on tonight or Sunday night. And they got well, I'd have to get a invite for that, Lewis. But they've got Tom Garvey on tonight. You too, Lewis, and thank you, brother.
All right, Chuck. I got these two are now throwing bigger stones at each other. The little one is on the steps, and the big one is smashing rocks into the ground to throw little stones at him.
All right, Dave. You take care, buddy.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Have a good one.